Or what is that boost? I guess I have a boost. What is that boost? I don't even know what that is on the upper left. Should have read the description. Woo! Woo! All right, guys, here we are for the Friday night fun race. It is still squarely the middle of the day, U.S. Central Time, where we are broadcasting out of a barn in Waco, Texas. This is wild. Check out the bikes, check out the costumes, bunch of dinos going for a ride. We're doing Glasgow reverse, 5 loops. I've already raced once today, earlier in the day. This is my second race against my better judgment, but here I am, second race. Ooh, so got 8 people in this race, including ourselves. I have to be smart through these 5 loops if I'm even going to make it through, let alone contend for a podium spot. Let's see how it unfolds, and here we go. Okay. Oh, is it a double draft? Oh, that could be really helpful. Or what is that boost? I guess I have a boost. What is that boost? I don't even know what that is on the upper left. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. You can't even see the riders ahead of you with these dino costumes. Just wacko. Okay. This is so odd, guys. So odd. Okay. Just want to move along in our little pack of dinos. This is wild. Okay. Do we get a recharge of this double draft through the line? Only one way to find out. Whoa! Oh, you get 2 of them in a race. And we all burnt them. Okay. I have to wait for each turn to figure out what wheels we have ahead of us. Guys, this is serious work, okay? Let's take this seriously. Okay. None of the real work is happening yet. But it will around this corner. That's when the work starts. Okay. Can't get left behind, right? This is so weird. Okay. Like, what is happening? What? Okay. This race is wacky. Okay. Oh boy. Here we go. This is chaos. This, yeah. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I mean, what's the point, guys? Should have read the description. Okay, now it's time to just play around with the dyno. 7K in, 16 seconds off the back. So, I didn't really understand you have to use 2 of these to get 2 of them again. And I saved them through the line, stupidly thinking you get 2 total. So I was 1 power up down on the group from the gun because I didn't use it. So that's too bad. I don't think it's enough to cover 20 something seconds. Nonsense, but here we go up the hill. All right. That's where we should be using them anyway. And then just back to pedaling. I would love to know your thoughts on this race. I mean, power-ups are suspect to begin with in the game, especially for people who are, really trying to play fair with accurate height and weight. So power-ups, I guess we've all just sort of like, oh yeah, power-ups, it's part of the game. But like this, like what, because watch what it does. We're at 40, now we're at 50 kilometers an hour. Instantly, right? So if you don't time your power deployment to somebody else's, you're left absolutely devastated and behind. So I feel like this race is like timing of power-ups versus fitness. And you got to do one to know how to do the rest. So power-ups should only be used in sections to close gaps on the backside of the course here going down the hill, and 2 power-ups, 2 uphills on the front side of the course. Lesson learned. It's cost me 45 seconds so far. Plus those guys are really giving it too. A lot of wattage. So we'll say that cost me 20 seconds. The other 20 to 30 has been made up in the legs that those guys are riding with. So I don't want to say I'm not trying, guys, but I think that is the reality. Because this is not about fitness, or it's partially about fitness, but it really seems to be about power-ups. Which is too bad. I would much rather that Ko and Rossi kick the crap out of me, as they would anyway, on normal rides without these fantastical power-ups. Gotta use them before the banner. Whee! Okay, 6K to go solo. Gonna lose a minute, minute and a half or more on this race. Personal perspective, yeah, likely not gonna do this again. The Dino outfits are so tall you can't see the riders in front of you. Granted, you could look to the right and see the time gaps, but when you're in a pack, you just swallow up the rider ahead of you. And this sort of double power thing, it's not for me. But in the comments, let me know, have you done this before? Do you guys like it? Do you think it's fun? Have you figured out how to master it so that you're just punishing everybody on the ride because you're using the cheats that everybody has? Granted, everybody's got access to the same cheats. Have you figured out how to use them better than others? Okay. I'm gonna come slightly around this corner at 40, and then it dips and we press now. And that takes us up. Interesting, we didn't quite get to 50, so maybe we need to use that power up before the hill starts. That might be what's necessary there. Oh, this is so deflating. Okay, back to pedaling. I mean, if you can't take all of this with a humorous tone, then you've lost the plot. Now this is what typifies a video game. We are absolutely in Mario Kart land now. Okay, just get down the hill, use the speed, 40 plus, and power. Whee! Okay. Even lapped a rider who clearly just decided, yeah, no, this is not it. Where are we at? I don't even know. Loop and a half. Heart rate's in the 150s, we'll take it. Average still above 300. So we will have gotten a workout. A short one, but a workout. How much speed can we gain on a downhill? 48 to 58. So is it like a level set 10km/h boost? We went from 48 to 58. I'm gonna test that. Right? Look, you got your own personal guinea pig here. Doing it so you don't have to. Experimenting so you can decide if this is for you or not. I'm learning more and more. Still not for me. I see what they're after, and like, this is fun, but not if the intention was like to race, to see how well you stack up against other people, et cetera, et cetera. So here we are, 40, 39 to 49, yeah. Seems to be a 10km/h boost. So, to make these more effective, we want to use them at higher speed. When you can, when it's reasonable. You don't want to wait until you lose speed, because then you're not going to get what you need in terms of max kilometers per hour. So, in our final loop, at the base of hill 1, I'm going to start to push early, like actually put some watts in it, stand up and put in some watts, and I'm going to push the button. And if we're, last time we went into that hill at like 38, had to do some work over the top. My curiosity lies in if I do some pre-work and get the bike up to speed on the flats and then gun it on the hill. Do I still get the benefit of 10 kilometers an hour up the hill? And if so, does that essentially, is the goal to neutralize the hills in this race? About to find out, guys. Okay. Let's try and stay honest. Okay. All right. Experiment time. Let's put a little pressure in. Get ready to push the button. We're going 46, 47. Here we go. Ooh, 57. Yeah, much faster up and over. That is the key, my friends. Doesn't matter what speed you're going, you get 10 kilometers an hour. So hitting the bottom of that hill faster makes the climb faster and easier. Maximizes the boost. It's good to know. So if you're holding 2 watts a kilo, probably not a good idea to use the boost. Unless you're out of gas and you're just trying to cover a gap. Okay. Same thing here. Let's get the speed up. Here we go. Push down the hill. Let's get closer to 50. Here we go. 51, 61. That is the magic. Yep. Okay, we figured it out. Hooray! Almost done. Two minutes behind the leaders. Let's use some speed at the base of this hill, up and over, 50 to 60. There we go. That was a good one. It's good use on the course there. Okay. Got to keep the wattage above 300. Let's keep it respectable. $55. Carry up the hill. $300 meters. Let's keep the average up. All right. Oh. Well, look at those guys. 5 watts a kilo plus power-ups. No way I was staying with them. All right. 3.7. 20-minute power, 3.7. 5-minute power, 4.7. 1-minute power, 5.5. 15 seconds, 8 watts per kilo. I think we're a minute or so ahead of 4th place. I think there were some rage quits once they realized what this event was all about. So yeah, I mean, look, I got a heart rate up. I made a goal of it's got to be over 300 by the finish. Rode most of the course alone. Got ditched on all the power up sections. I don't know, guys. I mean, would I do it again knowing how the double arrow works? Maybe, but probably not. Cycling's hard enough covering moves at the same speed as somebody up a hill. If you mistime a power up or they hit the hill faster than you when you don't have the legs to hit it, and they get an instantaneous 10 kilometer an hour boost, I mean, that's just so far-fetched. And with that instantaneous push, right, like boom, boom, you're up 10 kilometers an hour. If somebody behind you fumbles a button or waits 2 seconds, they're not going to close that gap. They're going to have to do work to close the gap afterwards. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm missing something. Somebody out there is going to say, oh my gosh, this is the best race ever. And I want to hear why. I want to hear why. That was definitely a very steep learning curve on race 1 for me. And it did not leave a good taste in my mouth because this is my second race of the day and I was looking to just race. So I got to work out instead, as I often do in the A's, get my own little solo workout because I can't average 5 watts per kilo yet. Which in one of my recent videos I was asking you guys as well, do you think the A category should split at some point? Do you think that everybody who's at 4.3 watts per kilo should be racing with guys who are 5 and above? And I got mixed feelings, because then the lower A's sort of become like B racing, I guess, where a lot of athletes who are very talented in the upper end of the wattage per, watts per kilo, they manage their race efforts really well, and they sprint really well, and they attack at the right places, and they get to keep their B status. And then you know who those riders are because you race with them in the A's and they're right with you. So I'm wondering if they split the A category, is that going to happen? And I would probably be one of those people who benefits from that split, but I don't benefit from it if the overall goal is to become a better, faster rider. I get good at gaming the top watts per kilo I'm allowed to hold before getting pushed into the A pluses, but I don't necessarily become a better rider. So what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on A through D categories? What are your thoughts on ZRS, racing score, and how people are doing that? I know it has less to do with watts per kilo, but kind of, right? I mean, you train the entire Zwift population one way to race A through D. You introduce a new scoring system, and I'd be very curious to see how many people rank differently. Oh, I was definitely a B on watts per kilo, but now I'm an A based on how I race. Maybe that's a thing, I don't know. But I'm not really seeing much difference in my performance or results versus an A through D race. It feels very similar. I am just pontificating here and just waxing philosophical. I don't have the answers, nor do I claim to. Gotta have that novice mindset all the time. It doesn't matter how much you ride, it doesn't matter how much you learn. There's always something more out there to learn. And so that's what I really enjoyed in the comments, is people are leaving their opinion. People are challenging the way I ride and asking me if I'd consider doing it differently, and I've even indulged in that. A lot of people have pointed out that I am a bigger rider and I shouldn't be sitting in the draft on courses that have hills. I should be trying to punish the smaller riders before the hills arrive. And I have tried it. hasn't gone super well for me. The climbers still seem to be the climbers, and the sprinters still seem to be the sprinters. And I end up punishing myself and those around me who have similar fitness. That's what I'm starting to discover happens there. Oh, we gotta use, can we use the second one before the line? Oh yeah, gotta use both boosts before the line to get the double up. Remember that, guys. Your man here learned it the hard way. Your buddy has definitely learned it the hard way here. So, yeah, that's about it. I mean, look, every time I throw my leg over a bike, it's fun. This was a different kind of fun. And I think there are people out there who would just love this concept and the absolute gamification of it, from the costumes to the double boost, the rapid double arrow. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm gonna post this one and get your feedback. Okay, I'm just warming down and I'm just like rambling on with you guys. You're carrying on with me. I just gotta warm down, so I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for following along. There's obviously gonna be more from me. You know, I'm racing daily, sometimes twice a day now. Don't tell anybody who thinks I should take a rest day. But that's what I'm doing. I'm on the infinite treadmill of stages. Stage racing every day. So I'm gonna warm down. And until the next time, that's all from me. Woo! Woo! Okay, seriously, like, for now, that's all from me.